Hello everyone, I am going to explain question number 4 from exercise 4.1, and this question belongs from 11th class maths. So we have to prove this mathematical statement with the help of principle of mathematical induction. So it's a statement and we have to prove it. So first of all, principle of mathematical induction have 3 steps, students. Roughly I am just writing here the 3 steps. The first step is, first of all, we'll assume the given statement as Pn, and then we'll prove that for n equal to 1, P1 is true. This is our first step. We have to prove that P1 is true. In second step, we have to assume that for n equal to k, Pk is true. So this is our assumption. You do not have to prove. You have to assume only. So let I wrote here. Now in third condition, we have to prove Pk plus 1 is true whenever is true whenever Pk is true. So these are the 3 points of principle of mathematical induction. So if we are able to prove all these 3 conditions, then we can write down that the given mathematical statement is true for all values of natural numbers. Now here we will start. First step is what? We have to assume the given statement as Pn. So we will write here. The statement Pn is defined as so whatever be the statement, just write down as it is. 1 dot 3 dots means multiply, plus 2 dot 4 plus it's extended up to n, then n plus 1, n plus 2 equal to n plus 1, n plus 2, n plus 3 divided by 4. So this statement we assumed as 1. Now we have to start the condition first, to prove condition first. Condition first, we will take on substituting n equal to 1. So what is the first condition? For n equal to 1, P1 is true, we have to prove. So on substituting n equal to 1 in left hand side of Pn statement, we get left hand side of Pn is equal to, so instead of n, what we have to substitute? 1. So we will erase it. Because instead of n we have to substitute 1. So students, when we have only here 1 means only the first term. So what is the first term here? 1 dot 2 dot 3. So we have to write down here P1 is equal to 1 dot 2 dot 3. So the meaning of this statement is, if 1 is there, that time you have to take only the one term, and if 2 is there, then you have to take first and second term, and if 3 is there, then you have to take first, second, third term, and if n is there, then you have to take all the terms. So it is the meaning of Pn statement. So since we want only 1 means only the first term. So this is the answer. So now since dot means multiply, as I mentioned you earlier, so multiply, then you will get here 6. Now similarly, from right hand side, we get So we'll write here right hand side of P1. So in the right hand side, instead of and, we have to write down 1 because 1 we have to substitute. So here also 1. So we'll get here 1 bracket 1 plus 1, then bracket 1 plus 2, bracket 1 plus 3. So I hope it's clear to you. Wherever n is there in the right hand side, instead of n I wrote only 1 1 1 and the remaining other things are as it is. Now we have to solve first them. So we'll get here 1 dot 2 dot 3 dot 4 divided by 4. Now this 4 will cancel by this 4. So answer is only 6. So what we observed is the left hand side of P1 is same with the right hand side of P1. So we can write that first for n equal to 1, Pn is true. So first condition satisfied. Now we'll write down condition second. Now in second condition, first we'll see what is the second condition. So in second condition, for n equal to k, pk is true. This is our assumption. We not have to prove it. We only have to assume it. So we'll start to substitute. So just write down because this is our assumption. So just write down assume so assume for n equal to k, assume for n equal to k, pk is true where k is any, either just write down natural number or write down positive integers, any natural number. Now so what we have to do is in the statement Pn we have to replace, instead of n we have to replace k. So first I am writing a Pn statement, students. Since Pn statement is 1 dot 3 plus 2 dot 3 dot 4 plus it is extended up to n plus 1, then n plus 2 is equal to n plus 1, n plus 2, n plus 3 divided by 4. So this is our Pn statement. So if we want Pk statement, then instead of n we have to substitute only k. So these terms are as it is, that is 1 dot 2 dot 3 as it is, 2 dot 3 dot 4 as it is. Now instead of n, k plus 1, then k plus 2 equal to 4, k plus 1, k plus 2, then k plus 3. So this is our pk statement and we have assumed it's true. We don't have to prove it. We'll assume this as equation first. Now condition third. So in third condition we have to prove pk plus 1 is true whenever pk is true. So we have to write down we have to prove pk plus 1 is true whenever pk is true. So students, here first just write down pk statement. because we with the help of pk statement we have to bring pk plus 1. So whenever pk is true, in that situation only we have to bring pk plus 1 is true. So since here already we are considering that pk is true, so just write down pk statement as it is, and from that we have to bring pk plus 1. So I am writing only the equation here. So we write down here from equation 1 we get, so what is the equation we just write down, that is 1 dot 2 dot 3 plus 2 dot 3 dot 4 plus it's extended up to k bracket k plus 1 k plus 2 and then equal to, so what I am doing here, I am just writing the equation 1 as it is, k plus 1 then k plus 2 and then k plus 3 and here only 4. So I wrote the pk statement. Now from here we have to bring k plus 1. So students, now we have to start the comparison. When k we have, that time the last term is k. So whatever is here, first we have to write down that and then in that plus 1 then plus 2. So if I want p k plus 1 statement, then what I have to get in the last is, because we have here k plus 1, so here also just see the comparison, first k, so first we will write down the starting terms as it is, 1 dot 2 dot 3 plus 2 dot 3 dot 4 as it is, and then it is extended up to now the last term. So here just compare it, when you have k, that time you wrote here k. So when we have k plus 1, what we have to write here, k plus 1, then k plus 1, then what we have done here, k plus 1. So here you have k plus 1, so in k plus 1 again just add plus 1 because we had done plus 1 and then plus 2. That is k plus 1 plus 2. So like this. So what we have done is, in this equation, in this complete equation, I added this term extra. So we have to write down here, on adding k plus 1 bracket close k plus 1 plus 1, then again k plus 1 plus 2 in both sides. So I had added this in both the sides, so here also and in this side also. So in left hand side also we have to add and in the right hand side also we have to add. So in the right hand side, here I don't have space, so I am going to write down it down. First whatever be here, just write down, that is k, then k plus 1, k plus 2, then k plus 3 as it is, divided by 4. Now here we have to add this, so we have to write down here k plus 1, and when you will add it, what are you going to get here, k plus 2, and this is going to be k plus 3. Now take the LCM in the right hand side. So when you will take the LCM here, 4 is going to be LCM and this term is as it is. So k plus 1, k plus 2 and k plus 3. So here nothing is there, means 1 is there. So when you will take LCM 4k, so what will come here, 4. So 4 k plus 1, k plus 2 and k plus 3. Now there are two terms, this is first term and this one is second term. So in both the terms you can see this bracket, it is k plus 1, k plus 2 and k plus 3 is common. So we take it common. So the next step is going to be so what I said to you, we have to take common from here. So I took k plus 1, k plus 2 and k plus 3 I am going to take common. So here what is remain? Only k, and here what is remain? Only 4. Now, so I think whatever we want we had achieved here, because students we can write this complete statement in the form of, you see how I am changing it. This one is k plus 1 as it is, and this one we are going to write as k plus 1 plus 1, and this one I am going to write as k plus 1 plus 2, and this 4 we are going to write as k plus 1 plus 3. Now why I have done this? Because in the Pn statement, in the right hand side, student, you had right hand side is n, then n plus 1, then n plus 2, and here you have n plus 3. So if n is there, that time you had wrote here n, then n plus 1, then n plus 2, then n plus 3. That's why when we have k plus 1, that time is going to be k plus 1, then k plus 1 plus 1, then plus 2, and then plus 3. So successfully we have proved pk plus 1 is true. So we'll write down the last conclusion. Thus, p k plus 1 is true whenever pk is true. Hence, by principle of mathematical induction, Pn is true for all natural numbers. So this question is completed, students. So how are we here done? There are 3 steps, students. First you have to prove that given statement is true for n equal to 1. Then in second step you have to assume the statement is true for n equal to k, and in third step you have to bring, with the help of pk statement, you have to bring pk plus 1 is true. So if all these 3 conditions are satisfied, then with the help of principle of mathematical induction we can say Pn is true for all natural numbers. So I hope this question is clear to you. Further, if you have any doubt, you can write in the comment so that we can clear out your doubts. Thank you.